Hello, welcome to Karma on Deck. We're about to do some Q&A. If you want to ask some questions and get a reading today, that's what I'm here for. So welcome. Let's talk about Mercury retrograde. My neighbors just suddenly got told it's time to move. They had 15 days. And suddenly they're outside packing. Unexpected, beautiful little elderly couple, and suddenly they gotta go. Everything has been seemingly turned upside down lately. I know I've played with my vehicle breaking down and DMV paperwork and communications with emails, etc. And definitely communication has been a big one. I'm talking like telephone, email. The entire system at the DMV was down when my insurance company was trying to get them some information. So it's been a little bit of a chaotic one. And I also wanted to talk about, I did come up on the live the other day and posted a couple comments about how people have been feeling this week. And I think it was Tuesday when we were talking about Saturn square the moon and how emotions and Saturn have been kind of playing with us and just really looking at where the rubber meets the road. Saturn's all about what I want, and being very direct. And then you have the moon, which is all emotions. It's like, how do I feel about what I want? How do I feel about how I'm getting it? Am I getting what I want? Am I doing what I say I want? It's just very analytical energy this week. I know personally, I've been sitting on my ass and really going within, withdraw. There was some really restless energy. I always feel restless during Mercury retrograde. Especially this week was pretty bad. I was sitting, just kind of checking out, doing my own thing, canceled a trip because I just couldn't shift my mood for anything. And it was even to the point where my daughter called me and she said, "What is going on with this energy?" I'm screaming at people at work. Like, I'm yelling at my staff. That's not like me. I took myself outside. So if anybody else is feeling some of this frustrated energy, it's pretty congruent with what's going on astrologically right now. But right now there's also a whole lot of energy about moving things, like moving energy. And I know, I was doing a leadership class called To Be Legacy. And it's a coaching program. This one's 56 days, which is a coaching program, and it gets you some conditioning behaviors so that you can get more of what you want and paying attention to what it is you're doing to sabotage your own way. And what was I going to say? Something about coaching. See, my brain just died. So definitely I was talking in that program about how this energy really is shifting. And then we were talking about the children. We were talking about somebody made a comment about kids and how they're not connected. And I was saying, oh, no. I'm thinking that our younger generation kids are more connected than any other generation that had been before. It almost feels like the 70s. They're really ready for a revolution. They're ready to elevate higher. They're all about the connection. That's why their music, the EDM and all the different music is very indie right now. They're all about moods, emotions, vibration. Nobody wants to work in a 9-to-5. Everybody wants to be living off the grid, living in tiny houses. They want to minimize. They don't have any of that ideal where it's the picket fence, 2 kids and a career. Everybody's thinking differently. So there's a lot of revolutionary energy going on. People want change right now. They want things a little bit more of substance. And this week has been all about that frustration and feeling stuck. And it's not just that we want to feel stuck and start moving, because I know I had this like a little conundrum going on where it was, I feel restless, I feel cabin fever, I feel like my skin is too tight. Like, when you have a sunburn and your skin is dry and you just feel like, I want to wiggle, I want to move, I want to change it. And then I have this antisocial mentality where I was like, I don't want to people. I don't want to be around anybody. I don't want to disappoint anybody. I think it was more, people are accustomed to karma being all up here and being playful. And so then you have this mood of mine, I didn't want anybody to see me like that. So I did a lot of like withdrawing, which in turn caused me to do that moon square Saturn mood where I analyze my feelings and I analyze what I said I wanted. And it's not a bad thing to go within and just check in with yourself and do your self-care and really analyze. But as long as you don't stay in it too long and get to shitting yourself what you should have and shouldn't have done, because inactivity can become a bad habit, especially if you get stuck there. So anybody having any issues with the stream because it's giving me little notifications that it's not clearing for you guys. So I want to say hello to you guys. What up, beautiful Aries, and hi, Lily. Welcome. I will do some one card pulls for you if you want to get a question answered. Go ahead and post it in the comments. Are we stuck? Looks to me like we're stuck. Can you guys see me okay? Everything is frozen on my end, but I want to make sure that I am talking and it's recording and that I'm not just... Okay, hang tight. I started it over again, so maybe it'll reconnect itself. And interesting. Yep, it looks like it's rebooting now. So I went ahead and started over my OBS to see if that will relink it and we can get it good. What an ugly picture to be frozen on. I got my mouth open and my tongue out. What else is new? Alright, so this is what I was talking about. Technical goddamn difficulties. Alright, hang tight. There we go. Alright. There we go, much better. All right, beautiful Aries, Melissa Holmes, Lynn. Are you guys still out there? Lily? I think we got it. All right, very good. All right, I have had about enough of Mercury retrograde. However, it teaches us patience because as I stood in the DMV and drove myself half an hour to get to the closest local DMV in Nevada, I drove to Mesquite, and when I got there, my insurance company neglected at 9 a.m. to send me my paperwork that wasn't there by 3 p.m. And their entire phone system was down, so I came back the next day, and I had to do it all over again. So there is some repetition. So like Batman says to Karma, slow down, bullet, take it easy, go slow, breathe, don't rush things. It's a huge lesson to really be in the moment, not shove it as hard and as fast as we can because you can't put a square peg in a round hole, right? So let's see who's got some questions for me. I'm going to ask you to post it in the comments so we can move forward. But I did want to look up today's aspects. Today's aspects show how the planets are interacting today and how their movements affect your life. If you haven't heard of aspects before, we have some energy: Sun sextile Mars, Mercury sextile Uranus, Venus square Pluto, and Jupiter sextile Neptune. So if you know any of that, let me teach you something here. So sextile is formed when planets or two signs are about 60 degrees apart. So it's a harmony that opens for new pathways to grow. So it brings ease to that area. So if you have those two planets sextile one another, you have Sun sextile Mars, Mercury and Uranus, and Jupiter sextile Neptune, those are all going to be some really interesting energies, but it's all about building at this point. Because what's true is we've gone through the stagnancy phase, and the next part is all about growing and changing and restructuring ourselves in all different kinds of aspects. And if you look at this astrologically, it would really define all of the energy that we've had in these last couple weeks of feeling frustrated and stagnant. And now we're coming in, there's fixed, mutable, and cardinal. So as we're in this little changing period, we really are excited about change and ready for it. And it's like that spring fever kind of thing going on into Pisces energy. So as we're moving through all this stuff right now, you can really feel it. Yeah, this is a free reading. All right, here we go. So have I met the man I will marry yet? So this is for beautiful Aries. Let's pull a card for you from my Dreamer deck. That's my relationship deck. So as I do your reading, you will see certain cards. And what I would be looking for is a card that looks like family. If it's a page of cups or something like that, it would tell me it's someone new to you. Or if you've got it already in play. Let's take a look and see. I'm feeling like a no. Because these are very complicated and there's not a lot of love cards in it. As it is right now, it looks like you've walked away from a situation already. You have the Hierophant, someone that was either stubborn or you're stubborn. I'm seeing the Eight of Cups, which is walking away. And I also see some controlling behavior where you were feeling as if, I don't know if you were up late at night or having a hard time sleeping, maybe a little insomnia. But I do feel like you had a relationship that was just very much a burden, very much a lot to carry on your shoulders. I'm also seeing that it was pretty overwhelming, like the last period for you has been a little bit overwhelming. Just entirely too many things going on for you to focus on it. I don't feel like it's anyone that you've met right now, but I do see the Five of Pentacles. Please don't hinge your hope on the behavior of others, or don't hinge your happiness on whether you do or don't have or have not attained that. Because I see that you're really feeling frustrated that you don't have it yet. And everyone else seems to be getting the thing that you're hoping for. So don't pin or measure yourself based on whether you have this relationship or not. It'll come, and usually it's beautifully aligned when you need it most and when it supports you the most. All right, so Lynn, will he come back to me? It's been 4 months without communication. So this is for Lynn. Let's take a look and see. Interestingly enough, is he in the military? I'm curious. Your other one looked like they were in the military too. Yes, the answer is yes. I do feel like he's going to come back. However, you have the Three of Swords, Lynn, and that's all about miscommunication. Definitely Mercury retrograde. You can bet good money that before this period of Mercury retrograde is over, you might see them return to you, because we do have the Three of Swords, and Mercury is all about relationships. It's all about those exes recommunicating and connecting. It's all about the things that we cut off coming back to not exactly haunt us, but coming back with a little bit of zing. I know that my ex popped back up, and it was in that mood that I was in, and I was looking forward to that opportunity to scratch, you know? But he definitely wanted to get a hold of me. I blocked him, found a way to call me. You're very welcome. So Demaurice D says hello from Germany. I love it. That is so awesome. All right. So if anybody else has some questions, but yeah, I always say during Mercury retrograde, you can expect those people to pop back up and at least try to communicate. And I always say, karma always says, you can heal it or kill it. So you have an opportunity to really end the relationship for now and for good, so that you don't have to deal with that energy anymore. Or you can heal it enough that you can tolerate that individual in your space and just put it to bed finally, so you're not anticipating this drama to come back next time, right? So, how are you guys? What's going on with you? Let's take us a look and see in the chat and who's got some. Yes, Lynn, I'm seeing the Two of Cups, which tells me that he might come back. You're definitely in love with this individual. Two of Cups, Queen of Cups. I also see that you really don't feel like you can see anyone else, because I'm seeing that there's the Ten of Cups. They're kind of perfect to you, and you feel as if you don't want anyone else. All right, so Demaurice says, I would like to move home. Do you see me succeeding this year? Well, we can take a look and see. Who's new here? I think Lyndon, are you new? Hi, Kalani, what's up? All right, so this is for Demarise D. I would like to move home. Do you see me succeeding? Let's take a look and see. I definitely feel as if the money isn't what you were hoping it would be where you're at. I do see the Death card, which is major change. I see the Ace of Pentacles, money coming your way, a job offer. I see it being an impulsive decision, though, something that happens quickly. And absolutely, yes, I will see you moving soon, because you have the King of Swords, which is walking away from a situation. You have the Two of Pentacles, which is a job offer. You have an Ace of Coins, money coming your way. And you have things getting easier. And the Death card is major change. Goodbye. Demarise, pack your shit. It's time to go. So yeah, I do see you succeeding this year. So this is for Laura Clement. Will I get engaged or married ever? Let's take a look and see. Woohoo! She said I subscribed. They're in the washer. Oh my God. All right, that should be it. Can you hear me now? I am so telling you. Can you hear me now? See, now this is what makes people so frustrated, where you want to fucking quit. Because Mercury retrograde plays with everything, and you just walk around in a constant state of frustration. It's time for alcohol, some people say. Oh, good. Glad to know. All right, Laura. Anyways, I am going to do your reading for marriage, because you were asking, am I ever going to get engaged or married? But here's the thing. Be careful what you ask for. Do you want to have love, commitment, passion, or do you want to pick a fence? Make sure you're careful what you ask the universe for. So I am going to take a look and see if you're ever going to get married. Now, I am going to tell you ahead of time what we'll be looking for and what I'm not looking for. You don't want anything like the Empress. You want to see something that looks like the Four of Wands, the Two of Cups, maybe even, yeah, let's take a look and see. Six of Cups. So these all tell us that that's family, relationship, children, etc. All right, let's take a look and see. All right. Hold on. Dog is about to go nuts. There you go. Here we go. There goes the dog. Okay, so yeah, if you want to look for those certain things, like Four of Wands, Two of Cups, Six of Cups. There's your Four of Wands. So your answer is going to be yes. I also see the Empress card, which is pregnancy and children if you want them. They're possible. I'm also seeing fate and timing. So the interesting thing about this, thank you so much for your patience, is the Ace of Swords, which is a new card. It's kind of like one of the death cards. The Ace of Swords means a new beginning with the decisions that you'll be making. The Empress is pregnant. The Empress is timing. If you watch any of my other lives and then you see the Empress, it's all about you having to wait. So you can't pick an apple in December, right? And you can't force a pregnancy to happen when you want it to, or you can't have the baby come tomorrow even though you just got pregnant yesterday. It's something that takes its own period of time. So in due time is what I'm hearing. But if you notice, there's the card I was saying I was looking for, which is the Four of Wands. Page of Swords, you definitely don't like starting over as it is. But you also have the Star card, which is one of those things that's alignment. So if you wait for everything to be in alignment, it'll be worth it. I'm liking all of that. But right now you're not really liking how things feel like they're falling apart. So who's next? She said, I want love and commitment and loyalty. More waiting. Alrighty. Who's next? Because I'm a little frustrated with YouTube right now. My last live was probably one of the best sessions I'd ever done, and then there was music playing in the background and I got dinged for copyright, so I had to take it down. Mercury retrograde. I was going to ask you guys to do your girl a favor. I lost some watch hours when I was sick and during the move. If you guys will go to my playlist and hit a playlist or two and hit play and leave it on your background at work or on the computer, that'd be great. We're trying to catch back up because there's more shit I want to do with this channel. I got to wait for certain requirements to get met. So how does Virgo 9875 in my life see me? So this is for Kalana. Kalana. I don't know if you've had a relationship with this individual before, but I do feel as if they're waiting for another opportunity to talk to you. They do stay up late at night. I'm curious about this Virgo of yours, wondering if they spend some time on night shift, if they're up super late, or if they're just not sleeping. That might possibly even be you. Staying up at night worried about how this individual is feeling. You do have the Queen of Cups and the Fool card, so there's a lot of opportunity here. I don't know if you had been committed before with this individual. You do have the Four of Wands, but I'm also seeing the Five of Swords, and that's sneaky. So I would watch out. This individual may or may not have their behavior in alignment with being committed. I do see the Lovers card, which is an on again, off again shit. So you might expect a couple more rounds of that before things really get down to brass tacks. But I'm also seeing the Nine of Wands, which is fatigue. You're definitely tired about all of this. Hi, Tabby Wabby. Welcome. But I do see the Sun card. This individual tends to be pretty good company. And you really like their energy. And there's passion there. So Lovers card, not my favorite, because that's that on again, off again, passive aggressive, we don't know what's happening energy. And it might be a little bit of a tango for a while yet. So who's next? We lost sound. I got a late start. But at least I got the other. Len's here to really to the point. I like it. So here's the thing. For those of you that don't know astrology or don't study astrology, I have discovered myself more through astrology than any other course of action or any other kind of study. And the interesting thing is I am a Pisces rising, Aquarius moon, and a Capricorn sun. So what that makes me is a healer, intuitive, psychic, etc. So think of a practical Capricorn and a healer. What do you get? A paramedic, 20-year paramedic. Then I have the Aquarius moon. So very much all of my signs combined for sure. And you know, where she's saying very to the point, I like it. Well, here's what's true. I am absolutely adamant that I'm a myth buster. I like to be practical as possible and make things simple. I don't like to make this so mysterious that I'm the only one with the answers, right? I like to be able to teach you the path that I'm on and show you how to get there and show you what I play with and explain it so I go along, so I don't look like this magical creature that has all this shit in my pocket that I can go like, boom, I got tricks. But what's true is I like to share the cards with you. I like to explain things. I like to keep things simple. And it doesn't serve anyone to bullshit, because here's what's true. You're not going to come back if I lie to you. If I'm going to tell you, yep, you're going to have that picket fence and 2 kids, and the guy's going to love you, he's going to be handsome, make a lot of money, right? And then you're going to lose a bunch of weight and have kids and be perfect. But it doesn't serve anyone to talk like that. I don't believe in platitudes. Definitely. So here is Laura. She's saying Aries sun, Pisces moon, Taurus rising. And then we have Kalani. She's a Sagittarius sun, Pisces moon, Virgo rising, Scorpio Venus, or something like that. I love it. So I've always been saying lately is that astrology is my new religion. It has not failed me yet. And the more I investigate, the more accurate it gets. So I would encourage you guys, Vanessa and I are coming up with a program to teach you how to study astrology in a linear fashion, because it's not 2D, it's not even 3D, it's like multi-dimensional, multi-layered. So once you learn the signs, then you got to learn the planets. Once you learn the planets, you got to learn the houses. Once you learn the houses, you got to learn the aspects. And then you throw it all on the table like a Scrabble. Not even like a Scrabble, but like I said, it's like learning Greek, astronomy, hieroglyphics, Latin, and what are the angles? Geometry and trigonometry all at once. And it's nuts. However, worth every minute of it. So I'm definitely trying to make it easy for you guys so that we can all stay on the same page and learn together. So if you guys hang tight, Moxie and I are going to put some stuff up on Patreon so that you guys can jump on there. And I'm also going to be doing some tarot lessons. So go out and buy yourself a deck and then come back here and I will play with you and teach you how to read teach you how to read tarot and teach you how to follow along with astrology. Astrology is a pretty deep subject. You can get in them waters and never come out and still not learn everything. So Kalani's saying, I do like when you describe the cards. Sometimes I can't see the cards clearly and the symbolism behind each one. So yeah, I know you can't see them great. Most of the time you can see them a little bit, but most of us are looking at this shit. Like I have one friend back east who sits and puts it on his television. However, it is not often on a big screen. So when I throw the cards down, I like for you to hear it, and then I can describe to you what I'm seeing and what the symbols are behind it. So my recommendation is when you pick a tarot deck, find you images that resonate with you. So I don't care if it's The Hobbit or, Star Wars, or if it's fairies or angels or, a certain culture like Egyptian. Find yourself some cards that the images resonate with you, because the brain thinks in pictures, and once you start learning those symbols and they all start to flow, I will tell you, I will lay out all of my decks. I did that in one of my videos. If you guys want to go back, I'll pull it. Let me actually pull it for you, because there is a Astrology 101 and an Astrology 2, Tarot 2, where I did some descriptions of some cards. This is like a year ago, but I think I want to do it a little better. And what I did was I opened all the cards and gave you an opportunity to see how differently the images can play for you and how they are strikingly different, even though they are similar in the structure of the tarot, because they still go. I do have the little mini tarot deck. Yes, I do. So there is the playlist for the Tarot 101. Hang tight 1 second, guys. Your sister's here.
She is?
Yes.
Oh.
What up, Varsity? Oh my God. So I have had the worst technical difficulty stuff. So there's the YouTube playlist that I just put there. And that is the playlist for the Tarot 101. And now they're really basic, but if you look at those decks that I pulled out, I let you take a peek at every one of the major cards so you could see what is going on with each one and how different they are between the different artist renditions. But the core of tarot is still the same. It's still the Fool all the way to the Sun card. They still progress. Very different than Oracle cards. Oracle cards are the messages that come from very specific images and pictures. They're usually a set of 24 or 36. but they're not the 70-something that we use with tarot. And the tarot is very progressive. So if you're going to learn tarot, get a tarot deck. Check out those 2 videos, the Tarot 101 playlist, and take a look at how different they can be. Pick yourself out a really good deck and then meet up with me and we'll do some more one-on-one questions when we do the live. We'll do a Tarot 101. So I'm a Leo. Will my love come into my life anytime soon? So this is for Tabby Wabby. Is that helpful? I do have the little mini tarot deck. It's not in here though. I have everything from runes, Thoth deck. I even got a Baptiste Paul Grimond, which is the French. Thoth. I gave Moxie my other deck. Ooh, I like this one too. This one is, this is my sex one. It's a very, what's the word I'm looking for? Graphic. So you can pull across different kinds of, so there you go. Mystic Dreamer. All right, so I just want to ask what's Nino's plans for him and Cancer. Can I ask a question for Tabby Wabby? Let's take a look and see. I am going to say yes. Did you just go through a divorce, though? Because I am seeing some complicated stuff in the background. I do see the 3 of Swords, which is some miscommunication, but I'm seeing the 3 of Cups, which is celebration, and also the 10 of Cups, which is that fantasy, that perfect life that I'm seeing. And I also see the Queen of Cups. So I'm going to say yes. It's going to be sooner than you expect, but wait until after Mercury retrograde. The whole mini tarot deck is amazing. So let's take a look and see what is Nino's plans for him and I. I feel like he's trying to get his shit together. He's sliding in from being independent to being a little bit better in relationships and communicating with you. I see the Knight of Cups, which is something new. And then I'm also seeing the 2 of Cups, which is love for the 2 of you, and also the Ace of Cups. So this relationship, I feel like he's being a little tired lately with overwhelm and a lot of things that he has going on. So once he takes care of certain responsibilities, I do feel like he'll be back, coming around. I think his intentions are just very slow. His intentions are there, but he's just very slow. So listen, I've got a lot of chaos going on right now. I am going to wrap this up. I did get a lot of work done today. I apologize that I'm going to be leaving you. However, I'll be back. Going to do some more videos tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to be playing with Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius. So thanks for hanging out with me, guys. Catch you on the flip side. See you tomorrow, and thanks for hanging out with all the what's the word I'm looking for? All of the technical difficulties. Have a good one.